So, here you are at college, but I would pose a fundamental question. Why do college at all? Anytime somebody tells you what to do, you should say why. But you shouldn't stop there. You should seek out relevant information and understand it, critically evaluate it, assimilate it, and make informed decisions. So I am Chris Dula. The Dula class is typically intro psychology. Their space is available. I'm a faculty member here in the Department of Psychology. That's within the College of Arts and Sciences, which is housed within this great university of ETSU. Now, you have a name badge. If you have it on, it will tell you what department you're part of. If you've declared a major, you're part of a department. You're part of a college, and that's part of the university. And if you haven't declared a major, if you're undecided, you're still a buck. Yeah. And some people asked before, are you slamming on the undecideds? No, I was undecided, right? I was in construction, and then I was in community college, and I had no clue that any of that would lead to this here today. So it provides a pathway to change your life. Be open to new pathways, and realize that us faculty are here for you. We get paid to help you. That is our job. Some people are afraid to approach faculty, like, I can't go up and talk to them. Yes, you can. Just do it. Why not do it? In short, you're going to get more money, more freedom, and greater job security is the short answer to that big question of why do college? Can I prove it is the bigger question, and the answer is yes, I can prove it. I'm going to prove it with some numbers. Now, these numbers are intended to make a general point, not have pinpoint accuracy. These are 2,000 numbers here, but what you'll see is the general trend will hold in answering your question. I say you can make more money. 2,000 numbers, you get your high school diploma or GED, you're looking at $26,000 a year on average in earnings, on average. That is not your starting salary. That's everybody with a high school diploma or GED from the beginning of the career to the end of the career. You go and get that 2-year degree, the associate's degree like I did at community college, and you're at $33,000 a year. Get this bachelor's degree that y'all are here after today, and you're up to $42,000 a year. Master's degree, $52,000 a year. Doctoral degree, I don't make that because I work in education. So what we see is a trend line upward where you can get more money, but you can also do what you love for a living, right? Updated a little bit more with $2,009. We see that over a lifetime, this will add up. Less than high school? Anything wrong with people who don't get their high school? No, of course not. These are just different paths that one could take in life. Little under $1 million. Get that GED or high school diploma, you're 1.3. Some college, even without the degree, and you up to 1.5. Associate's degree, 2-year degree at community college, 1.7. A bachelor's degree, 2.2. And you see that the trend continues upward. The more education you get, typically the more money that you will make. You think of a 40-year career, for example, 25 to 65, assuming full-time work, and you can't assume that because people, individuals, they may or may not work full-time for various reasons throughout their career. But you just graduated high school, you look at an extra $5,000 a year. Get some college, $12,500 a year. Get a 2-year degree, an extra $15,000 a year, and if you get this 4-year degree that you're here to get today, through the next 4 years, which might take you 5, $27,500 a year. That's an extra $1.1 million in your lifetime. Is it worth it? To take out some loans, y'all understand how the stock market works, right? 13% return annually on average, then you got a crash and a boom. You invest in yourself, you'll get it back many-fold over. What's $5,000 a year look like? I like tangibility. I like things to be concrete. I like to see what we're talking about. When I first made this presentation, a flat screen TV cost $5,000. They don't anymore. You go to a Sam's Club and get them for $1,000. But you get you a big wad of cash, you can get you a used classic Les Paul. You can get a new one for $3,000, right? It's a lounge suite for your house, or you can get some bling. Buddy, you go ahead and move on upward. What's this extra $15,000 a year look like? You can get one of these every year. You have your flotilla and you can be an admiral. You get that extra $27,500 a year, you can have one of these every year. Wow, a fleet of Corvettes and Stingrays and things. But most people won't do this every year because they're going to get some of these. And these are priceless. They are priceless. useless, but they are very expensive to maintain. Some of y'all are here with the people that you made like this, and you see how they're going onward and upward, right? So, I said more money, but it also equals greater job security. Can I prove it? Yes, I can prove it. So we know we're in a Great Recession, worst economic situation since the Great Depression, right? And we're not out of it. You look back in 2010, and people were talking about 8% unemployment rate. And you notice that nobody ever says, we got a 92% employment rate. That's an A minus, right? So there's some room for improvement. But for the situation, you see that the people who are unemployed are not equally represented across educational lines. 75% of all the people who are unemployed have less than a bachelor's degree. Is that fair? No, it is not fair. It is reality, though. These are harsh realities, and getting this degree will pay you back in terms of some job security. I can show that over time. People are like, well, I don't know about this economy if it's worth having a college degree anymore. It is. It depends on what you want to do. You don't have to have a college degree for everything you want to do in life, but it will show you this. See, I myself am rabidly independent, registered independent, politically speaking. I love everybody on the right, and I love everybody on the left, because I'm an American, and so are they. And a little bit of respect for everybody makes things a lot better. But what you will see is partisan politics does not play out with economies. Economies do what economies do. They always have, and they always will. There will be booms, there will be busts, there will be good times, and there will be recessions. The spikes are recessions. And what you'll see, Republican, Republican, Democrat, Republican, Republican, Democrat, Republican. You know where we are now. Democrat. If you think one person in one office controls an economy, you need to go to college. It's a lot more complex than all of that. What you will see that holds consistently over this time is these are unemployments, right? The people in the red line are people with less than 4 years of high school. They suffer the worst when economies go bad. People in the black line are people with a bachelor's degree or above. They fare best, on average, when economies go bad. It's just a matter of understanding the numbers. But it's more than about numbers. It's about having a life that you love. I get to do this for a living. I enjoy what I do for a living. You want to have a job that you enjoy going to. You don't want to end all of this and go, man, I got to go to work. You want to go, I get to go to work today. And you can make that happen by picking a career that you have passion for. It's about creating a better life. It's about becoming an educated citizen. It's about making a better world, a better country, a better family, a better everything that you want to apply your knowledge and skills to. You will meet all kinds of new people here. You will be able to learn about virtually anything that you want to learn about on this campus. We have subjects covered that you wouldn't even imagine are covered in college campuses, and you need to stick with it. You need to stick with ETSU. Taking at least 15 hours a semester works. It happened for me. I had a wife, 2 kids, a 20-hour-a-week job, and I still took 15-plus hours every semester. And I got through it. It wasn't easy, but it helps if you have a support system. Engage your family, engage your friends, make new friends, join organizations, declare majors, meet faculty, get advised regularly so you don't wind up on a dead-end path. Learn about and plan about possible careers. Learn about where you're going to go so when you get to the end of it all, you don't wind up doing something that you didn't think you wanted to do. Find something you love and go with it. Do well. It will pay you back. Get involved. Motivation matters. You have to work on that yourself. We can provide you with all kinds of skills and all kinds of support services, but the motivation has to come from within. You got to make every class a priority and get help if you need it from people like me and all the staff and all the other faculty here, because with enough desire, you have to want it bad enough. With enough effort, you have to work hard enough, and enough persistence, you have to stay at it long enough. You can do almost anything. Go Bucks!